This week's episode is brought to you by Entrepreneur Swag Shop. As business owners, it's important that we create the right environment and surround ourselves with the right people and the right things to keep you focused and motivated.
Entrepreneur Swag Shop offers clothing and accessories designed to empower entrepreneurs to share their message, their beliefs, and their journey with the world. Through inspiration and identity, the powerful messages printed on the items will help align you with who you want to be and what you want to achieve.
Whether you are new or experienced, male or female, young or old, you'll absolutely find a message that resonates with you. Visit entrepreneurswagshop.com and use code AroundTheReel during checkout to get 10% off your order today.
Get that swag, baby.
Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hanna.
Okay.
We figured it out. This is a good news day.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
All right, yeah, it's a great podcast.
Thanks for
Thank
joining
you
us
so
today
much,
on Around the
Angela.
Reel.
Great talk, Angela. Great.
By the way, you sound really good, so we got to
Yeah.
get the gear you have.
You sound nice.
I know you have good gear.
Yeah.
This is just the laptop and I'm loud.
Well, I like that. Good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's probably why she can hear me with no
It's
echo,
working
'cause
for
I'm
you.
loud too.
Yeah, you're really loud.
Yeah, I don't fuck with
See?
And as much as we want to apologize to our guest for this issue, she is a filmmaker, she's a producer,
Yep.
she's an acting coach. Trust me, when there's a technical difficulty on something going on, she gets it.
She gets it.
We know sound is the most important.
It is.
Right,
right?
it is.
It
yeah.
is.
Well, it's one of the most. Yeah.
Yeah. Poop sound.
It
not
could make a
good.
break.
Or the sound of poop. I mean, either way.
Yeah, either way, it's
Unless you're shooting for a
Fart.
comedy.
Do you know that they have this new thing that came out and it's a pedal for guitars and it turns guitar sounds into farting sounds?
So you can. Why?
Okay, it's called the fart something, and it was on one of those. It was a product on like I don't know, one of those things
Shark
that
Tank?
they do. Yeah, I want to say that or something else, but it's a pedal.
I
that
almost
just
said Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
See, you got it. You're
There you go.
So you mean you could play Stairway to Heaven with a fart pedal?
see now she could
That's
be
a whole
she
different
could be a
entry.
host
Right?
here
I
with
can
us.
hear it too.
To the
She
game.
just fits right in.
Hi.
I can't even do it. How do you do it?
Why?
It's more like that's a good fart noise.
The thing there, like pre-pandemic, like the app, the fart app, and there was all
Yes,
yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ever since that little, what I suppose people are saying was supposed to be chocolate soft serve ice cream, but obviously it's highly poop,
Right.
which is my
Right.
favorite. It's my favorite little emoticon.
Chocolate yogurt.
Everything was about fart noise. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Do you know?
People think it is.
Yeah, our kids right now have the poop app on their phone. And
So
Wait,
let me explain what the poop
the tracker or pin your poop.
both.
Pin where you
I
poop.
think it's both. Where you drop a deuce, and then you describe how the experience was, and you post where it's been done at. And they track. They're brothers and sisters, and they're all like, yeah. And my oldest son, he's with his girlfriend, and they're tracking their shit. And they share it, and like, dude, I had a
This
good
is-
poop in second period. You know, I mean, that's what they're doing.
But think about it. This was something my husband like thought of years ago, but then he found out, oh, everyone's already done it. And now I'm about to say it, and somebody will probably still create
Yeah, no,
it.
still there.
What was he was going to name it either like the crap app or
That's good.
and he had another really good name, but basically it was exactly that, like to rate, hey, if you go to this bar, you go to this restaurant, you go to this club or whatever, again, all pre-pandemic, he was just kind of like, don't crap here. Like this is not
There's
a
no
This is a
toilet
shitty place to
They-
take a shit. I don't want it.
But it makes sense.
It
does make
does kind of.
Wants to tend to, and for everyone listening or watching not knowing tend to, like when you're on set, instead of going, hey guys, I have to pee or I have to poop, you're like 10-1 or 10-2.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I need 10 minutes to poop or
That-
10 minutes to pee. Is that what that means?
That's a wonderful way to put it on set. I wish we thought of
is.
that because we just go, I gotta go take a shit. I'll be back for.
Yeah, we're just like,
I mean,
lot of doo-doo.
all of a sudden, hey guys, Aaron just went to the crap app.
I know. Dude, we should get the crap out. We should do that just for us.
I am not that fascinated in poop.
I know.
Well, you should be.
But what if-
Because
what-
we've talked about your poop on most podcasts.
That's true. And what if we do have a niche audience? Think about that.
Yeah,
If
what if
you
People really
wanna
might like to know about you.
where I crap in the last year,
Wait, I gotta plug my ears. Wait, I can't.
everywhere you can think of,
I can't.
toilet involved or not, when you had to go and it just won't stop coming, you just gotta go.
It's a
I'm
truth.
hiding.
Well,
Are you going to take time to check the app?
That's
no,
right. That's
you're going to go.
well, Angela DiMarco, welcome to
Welcome
Around
to
the
our
Rail.
show,
Welcome
and
to
all
Around
about
the Rail.
poop.
I wish I came on sooner.
Today we're
Me
pooping.
too.
We're pooping today.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for being with us on this Saturday morning.
Yes.
How are things going?
We want the truth?
Yeah.
Good.
Always.
No,
It's-
good.
it's
you know,
real.
I'm. However much you guys cyber stalked me or heard, like,
Oh, we
I'm
cyber
a
stalked
big-
the crap out of you.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in those who don't know me. You know, my nickname is Mama DiMarco in the theater and the film community for a reason. Like, I kind of feel like even in our hardest of times, like, I'm always looking for the light in things. I'm always looking for the joy in things. So I am good. I'm here. I'm with you guys. I have a roof over my head. I have my dog barking.
I love it.
Live in a multi-generational home with my amazing family. I've
Oh,
been
that's
taking care
awesome.
of 20 years. You know, have my health.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain. I
It
could.
sounds
but
good.
And you literally live just around the corner from where we're at.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's right.
Just saying. Hashtag country life.
And just remember,
Okay, yeah, you and him can go country life.
when she's not
'cause-
happy,
Like
Mama
maybe.
DiMarco can go Italian on your ass too.
Okay, well, guess what? Country life smells like cow poop.
Yeah, it should be on
We
the
just
poop app.
spent the last 5 minutes
Yeah.
talking about crap. Do you really care if it's cow or human?
Yeah, no one's going to even log in there.
Cows, but I do live on a 3-acre farm, so we do have 35 plus chickens. We do have sheep. We do
Uh-huh.
have one turkey who thinks she's a duck, and then we have
Interesting.
You know why she thinks she's a duck? Because she knows Thanksgiving's coming and she wants to make it through the holiday.
Probably a good idea. She's
She
smart as
actually
shit.
is the only one who made it, though, Charles. We used to way back. My moms would breed the turkeys for Thanksgiving, and she was the only one who was never purchased. So we've had her now. God, this has got to be at least 12 years. I mean,
Oh
she's
my
old.
gosh. I didn't know they
Wow.
live that long.
They don't. You know,
Oh,
they
wow.
usually-
Yeah.
She's a
Usually
fucking
they've been
survivor.
eaten by then.
She doesn't fucking play.
well, right,
knows
they
how to
don't
do
because
it.
they're usually being gobbled up, literally. But she,
Right.
you know, she's living the life. But
We all
have
need
her,
to take
with
tips
the
from
ducks.
her.
She thinks she's a duck. She has hatched duck eggs. She thinks she's a duck mom.
Oh
It's
my
really cute.
god, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
How
That's
is
so
how
fun.
is she in the water?
She doesn't do water.
No.
Oh, okay. So everything
ducks
duck
do.
except for the water.
Yeah,
Got
no,
you.
she
good,
would just probably sink. They're pretty
She's
stupid.
she's like, I'm a duck, but I can't swim, so we're not gonna go in the water. In every other way, I'm a duck.
Yeah.
I don't think
But
I could
love what
actually.
you're saying, Sam, because I really am a city girl, like born and raised, or I should say, born and raised Seattle, but in the city. So coming to the country, I always resisted until I hit my 40s, and then I was like, oh yeah, I need to slow down.
Yeah, you know,
And
Sam.
especially with the pandemic, I was like, I might as well be where my family is and just chill. And the city just turned a little too messy for me.
She
I am
is
so
actually.
country.
You are.
I am
you
so
talk a lot
country.
of shit, but you
I
are.
talk crap.
She loves that stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually lying my ass off because I am so country. It's not even funny. I would rather be on a big piece of property. I don't even care what we live in.
Uh-huh.
It could be a tent. If we're on property, I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I'm a country
It's
girl,
one thing
yeah,
to
big time.
deceive the
But I
audience.
always like
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna.
go
don't-
steady because of this
Yeah.
guy.
No, because I'm like that guy that just
Yeah, he's
it's
like-
too scary.
Yeah,
out there.
that one.
There's no Angela.
Asshole.
There's no street lights, Angela. You drive down the
But
fucking road.
Aaron,
That's what brights are for.
great horror movie.
I know, but
Wait,
again, I'm black.
He's
Angela.
a man. He's a man of the '80s. You want to stick a black man on the farm in the country,
I'm dead.
Yes.
either by the
Well,
locals
not my
or by the
farm.
first horror thing that comes up.
I'm
On
dead.
my farm, I'd be like, Aaron, come here, let's feed you.
Feed me to what?
Can we come to your farm right now?
Shit.
I mean, that's just what's up. You know, Italians are just like, have you eaten?
Oh, feed you
Well,
that way. I was
yes,
like, I
not-
thought you were going to feed him to something over there.
No, they're actually
I was
nice.
like, please do.
No, Italians are nice people. Forget about it. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, La
Yeah.
Familia.
Exactly. They don't mess around. You white people.
Unless you mess around with them, then you're done.
Yeah, they don't fuck around then too. They'll get, they'll get Guido out. He don't fuck around.
I'm Irish. I just, take
I do
a
have an
shot.
Uncle Guido.
Answer
so,
to
yeah.
everything.
You have a Guido?
You got a
Oh,
Guido.
legit.
See what I'm saying?
You do?
Oh, yeah.
They don't mess around.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're going to be nice to Angela today on the show.
We are.
I don't need Guido showing. I don't need a horse head in my bed. I don't need that shit.
How about a turkey that thinks it's a duck?
Yeah, I don't need that either.
I'll take it.
Fuck, that turkey will probably kick my ass. I
I
don't
love the turkey already.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Well-
so since we threw our list of what we're talking about today out the window.
Yeah, well, no,
so far.
she did say something earlier when she was letting the audience know who she is. In fact, if they didn't know, I do find on your, because since we never met, I find that you're very inspirational and positive. Completely. Your persona online just emulates that. And I want to know what drives you and that positivity like that. What makes that happen for others and yourself?
Yeah, it's it really starts from being bullied as a kid.
Really?
So we grew up. My mom is like the most, and still to this day, the most amazing human being that I've ever met in my life. And she was a single mom at the time, raising me and my sister. This was when we lived across the water over in, for people who are familiar with Seattle, there's an area between Burien and West Seattle. It's called White Center, and it's like where a lot of the projects used to be, which it's now all townhomes. But back in the day, grew up in the projects over there. She was a mama. She was the mama to that whole community, and she worked 4 jobs, and kids are cruel. And I even went to a K through 12 alternative school of the arts, and still there were bullies. So people made fun of us for being poor. People made fun of us for who I hung out with. Aaron, you were joking about, talking about culture, but yeah, like majority of my friends are black. And it's like, that was a thing. It was like just constantly being teased, and I never understood why. I didn't know what I did wrong. And then I found acting, and that just kind of fell into my lap because we were 2 quarter report classes. But an agent, I kid you not, saw me acting crazy one day with my mom and approached I'm not kidding, I was like 6 or 7, approached my mom and said, hey, have you ever thought of your daughter getting into acting? This is DNR Enterprises. They don't exist anymore, but it was an agency at the time. So I signed really young and got into acting, but I had no acting education, but it was this great outlet to just be myself. And all these adults, these casting directors and producers, loved my energy because I think I was just being myself and I wasn't being judged or being made fun of. And then I also found that my friends who also got bullied, I always loved making them laugh. I always loved making them feel good. My great-grandmother, Lillian, who is why I even started performing, when I grew up, almost all my years, she was hospital-ridden, right? But I didn't think of that. I was a kid. I would make her laugh, and I would make her. So the long tail on that kite is, I think what immediately got instilled in me was how much I love making people smile, how much I loved other people feeling seen, and it made me feel seen for who I really was instead of me trying to be what everyone else wanted me to be. And then it just kept happening. In my 20s when I lived in LA and they wanted me to get a boob job, get a nose job, lose weight. And my job was like $110. This is, we got to think of Baywatch, Ally McBeal, we're talking about the 90s.
Yep.
Again, I found myself in my 20s going, I want to be me. I don't want to be what they want me to be. I got to be okay with myself. And I started making kind of a movement there. And when I came back to Seattle, it happened again with a partner I had who was a bully and very abusive and not letting me be who I wanted to be. And again, I thought, here's just another time in my life where I can either stand in my own power and be happy with who I am, and I'm hoping that will give other people strength. And it was really that year, this is like late 20s, in my 20s, into my 30s, my mom and I ran a women and children's safe house. And it was working with those women, which has nothing to do with acting, nothing to do with the arts, but women who talk about feeling bullied and unseen and unheard. And what my mom and I did, it immediately confirmed for me, like, I know what I need to do. And whether that's in my art with now my students, whether that's with the people I work with when we're all on set, or whether that's what I just do in everyday life with my girlfriends and my friends and my partner. Because it's hard. This business revolves a lot around haters. This business is really hard for women, also men, also non-binary actors, everyone. But I still think that those of us who identify female, there's a lot of female competition, which I think is just BS. Most of my bullies were women growing up.
Yeah.
They were girls.
I believe
Yeah.
It
it.
sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Because girls
It's
are
sad.
mean.
Girls are very mean.
Yeah,
They can
yeah,
be.
and it's
They can
just,
be.
I never, but it all. I mean, it really all comes from. I still think that 7-year-old, that 10-year-old, that 16-year-old, that 23-year-old, that I am not gonna. I could easily turn into a B. You know, I could easily be like, well, I'm gonna treat everyone else like shit because everyone made that doesn't benefit me. It doesn't make me feel good.
Well, you said a lot of really good things in that for me, especially because being a woman and understanding what you're saying, and especially when it comes to women and how they can be so mean. I'm going to tell you straight up, like right off the bat, every time a woman comes on the show, I'm very, I don't want to. Because I always think I'm not going to like them. I think I'm not going to like them because they're mean. And I don't get along with a lot of women. And it's just true. It's just true. I always try to be real, try to be myself. I always try to be good. I don't try to start drama or anything, but I always get this group of women or this women usually attacking me or doing just weird. They're just weird. And a lot of times. So I always, Erin knows, whenever we have a woman on, I'm like, oh, like I hope I like her because it's hard.
Yeah,
They are catty and they can just be
Aaron and I both want to talk, but how many women have we had on the show that you have actually ever had a problem with?
Not a single one.
Not one.
But
Why?
I love
they're-
Angela the most out of everybody. Because she knows. Because you get the struggle.
And you started talking about poop. So, I mean, it's a great thing for Sandra.
Everything is perfect in my life right now. I just love
Yeah.
you.
So now we know. Next time you have a woman on, just lead with poop.
Always lead with poop with a woman.
What
That's
I've
you
noticed in this industry.
I would have never thought that in my entire life.
No, me neither.
Let's start a conversation with a woman
out of
about poop.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Go
it
ahead.
was what was it? The one time, not poop, but it was Aaron's.
oh jeez.
Oh, boy.
No, don't start that.
It's okay. It's fine.
I think you need to just not fill in that
But
blank.
it just
Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
You're
don't
talking about
nobody fill in the
yeah,
blank.
Chuck-
on that.
Katrina blowing him up.
yeah.
You're talking about Katrina blowing him up?
Not
No,
just
no,
Katrina.
just
It was
the emulation
yeah.
for people having for my
Oh.
it
situation.
just sometimes it breaks the ice.
Angela, I'm not bragging or
Like
anything
poop.
about
Shut up.
my
You're shut up.
my manhood or anything. I'm just saying
See, I'm
because I am
still-
half white, Angela. So don't think I'm talking about it that way.
And you can see his
You know.
face, so obviously it's the lower half.
It's
I mean,
not
just
that,
saying.
no. There's just we'll just say I have a beauty mark. You know what I mean? People like
Just
it,
stop,
and they
Aaron.
can't get it out of their head.
Aaron.
And you guys bring it up more than I do now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I brought that up. I'm really sorry. What I did want
Only
to
on our show can we go for something
What?
inspirational like what she just talked about for people, and we
I
start
know,
talking
and
about
then we
my
talk
penis.
about,
Isn't
and
that
it's
great?
so bad.
That's real good.
And
I
after
really would rather talk about
and
it.
after this last year of having to
Keep it real.
of all the conversations about crap with everything I went through, and him talking about his freaking freckle and getting blown up by everybody on the planet, we still come back to that. Why do we still come back to that? And why are our ratings still going up higher?
I don't know.
Speaking of that,
It's our signature.
I wanted to mention that. I wanted to mention that, by the way, Angela. We're gonna get to the interview stuff here because I really want to get involved. But our show, actually, and I want to thank everybody, the audience out there.
Yeah.
Our show broke the top 100 podcasts in the film interview category.
Yeah.
That's huge on Apple Podcasts.
It's
That's
huge.
big. That's big.
It is. Yeah. Yep.
I can't believe that.
We're
There's
excited.
thousands and thousands of podcasts in there.
And
you know?
and I gotta say it really quick for all of you listening in Washington, Virginia, over half the over a third of the population.
Yeah, that county loves
that
us.
in
They're
that
there.
county listens to our show,
And we love you guys for that.
Yes.
and
We
we're
love
still
you.
trying to figure out where you are because it's so small. But we'll find it, and we might come visit. So if you're listening, here we come.
Yeah. So
Our
thank
friends,
you guys.
yeah,
Thank
our
you.
friends in Washington, Virginia are amazing.
And
They're
we have
badass.
nobody, no idea who lives there. So
No. But I'm curious.
They just,
Awesome.
they
That's
We
just
don't
the
know
best.
anybody,
Yeah,
but
it
they
is.
listen to us, so we
Yeah.
love them.
Really?
But I mean, even that's just being a performer. That's whether you're an artist, a visual artist, whether podcast, whether acting, whether like our audience, like that's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
So it's great when it's great when it's our friends and our family and our grandmas and our but it's always great when you're like, oh my God, I don't even know these folks. Like,
Yeah.
Right? I know,
Yeah,
it's
and
exciting.
it resonates somewhere, and you're like, holy shit. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's a fun journey doing this stuff, whether it's film or what we're doing here on the show. I think it's just, I don't want to do anything else. I really don't, to be honest with you. I know I'll do what I got to do to pay the bill.
Well,
However,
yeah, I'm like,
but I mean, when they're,
Get
you
paid
got wants and needs and stuff. I mean, I need to do this.
yeah. No, it's fun.
You know what I mean?
I fall in love with it too.
Good for
And I
you.
don't like acting, but I like this because I guess I get to be myself, and when I act, I have to be somebody else, and I don't feel like it's very comfortable.
Well, you know what? You're
Sorry,
talking to somebody who teaches.
I know,
actors.
and I should
Which is
actually
cool.
take some of your classes because I hear amazing things about your classes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys do and the name of your studio?
Yeah, so again, everything kind of connects to some inspirational something, but it's so Mighty Tripod Acting Studio and Mighty Tripod Productions. My partner now of 20 years, my husband, David S. Hogan. I mean, he's just kind of stuck with me now. Now we're just kind of like, yeah, we're in it. And when we met, we just, we already had serious relationships. So I think we both really knew what we were looking for. But being an Italian woman and being everything that I had already told you guys that I had been through, I was really upfront with him. Like, I'm not looking for this. You better blank. Good luck. And,
No joke. He was like, I
this
got
He
this.
stayed.
yeah. I mean, everybody listening, just keep it real right out the gate. Then you don't have to worry about all that
Seriously.
stuff.
I agree.
One hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One hand in 20 years, how many times we fought.
Wow.
And that's because we just get it out. Like I said, I never want to linger. I never want to go to bed angry. I never want to leave angry. Like, just tell me. If you're looking, tell me. If you're right, like, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
So it was, it's just been really, really solid. But one thing we both knew, we got married, we lived in LA together. When we came back to Seattle, we're both professional theater actors as well. There just wasn't as much acting for the camera education in Seattle.
Yeah.
So first we started our production company because the other thing was I get cast very differently on stage than I do on screen. And I didn't mind the opportunities I was getting through my agent for film or television or TV, or for commercials or TV, but I wasn't getting the roles I wanted. I wanted like the leading badass female. I was like, oh, people aren't writing that. So we started creating our own content and giving ourselves the roles that we wanted. And then we started having more and more theater actors or more and more brand new actors saying, how I just don't know how to transition from stage to screen, or, hey, I've never acted for the camera. So then we decided to open the studio.
Okay.
First, we were just doing classes, renting a space here and there. Shout out to all the people who opened their spaces for us. We were sometimes doing it in a room in a college versus a theater versus someone's garage. And then eventually it got to the point where I said, we got to have a studio. We've had a couple locations. Now we have our favorite space so far over in Georgetown in the Orcas Business Center. Shout out to them. They're amazing. Family-run business. There's other companies there too. Senka's there for people who do any aerial work. A lot of people know about Senka. And also underneath us, Unexpected Productions. It's an improv group and theater. So acting studio is there. And our motto, if you guys have seen, is that we help you master the craft. We help you discover your talent, because we believe everybody has it. And then we help you empower your art. And that's a lot with Mama. That's a lot with me saying you can feel seen and heard. You don't need to be something that the industry needs you to be. You get to be yourself. And then you got to put in the work. Now, we're talking about this secondary market. So Mighty Tripod Acting Studio is very much about Seattle's market. We're not teaching, we're teaching things that are going to work in all markets all over the globe.
Okay.
But it's primarily for here because we are smaller.
Yeah.
So we do get to audition for more roles versus you go to LA or Atlanta or New York. you're going to want to know more about your brand, your type, and that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But for us, it was clear that Seattle needed it. And then going back to what I shared with you guys, even though it was great getting an agent at such a young age, my mom didn't know about the business. There were plenty of things that we got bamboozled. I won't throw anyone under the bus because some of the people still teach here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Some
You
of the
mother
people
bitches.
still have.
Hey, I don't know their names, but you
organizations.
suck.
Yeah,
I don't know
but-
who you are, but that was wrong. And I'm
Right?
watching.
And people do it. People take advantage, especially of parents who are just trying to feed their kids' dreams. So I'm head of the youth and teen division at the studio as well. And I am working with the parents as much as I'm working with the kids.
Yeah.
And that's just been amazing. And that's really where Mama first came from.
I
was
gotcha.
my youth and teen kids.
Yeah.
Angela, please tell the story of why you named it Mighty Tripod about your dog, please.
All
right, look, stalker.
Okay, I'm a cyber stalker, whatever.
Feel like stand by.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
We're getting props.
Yeah.
Quick, grab
She's
something.
doing her thing. You know.
She has to tell this story, you guys, because you know it about the dog. Do you know it?
No, I have no
Okay.
idea. I don't stalk like you do.
The reason, okay, well, I stalk good.
You go deep. Oh,
I
here we go.
stalk
Here we go.
deep, yes, right there.
So this
Oh.
is Vita. If you look, that's her tail in the back. She's
Yeah.
missing a leg.
Yep.
That's Lily.
Aw.
Vita
Ah.
was a boxer, pit bull, beagle, something mix. We don't know. David and I rescued her when we were in LA. And I'm telling you, not only did she probably save our relationship, we were 3 years in, we were engaged. That's when all the stuff hits the
That's
fan.
when shit hits
Yeah.
the fan, right? It's like that
Yep.
fan, that shot in the airplane when the shit hits the fan.
It's
Yeah.
always the case. So we got her. Long story short, she looked like she'd definitely been fought. She was emaciated. They only thought she was a couple months old. She was years old. She had just
Wow.
been
She was
not
just
fed,
tiny.
and she was scarred, and she had a lot of aggression
Okay.
towards males, especially. So we believe her owner probably was a male,
Mhm.
and dogs. Of course, she wanted to devour them. Long story on that. And for a minute, Dave and I had our own dog training and dog walking business. But it all became because of Vita, because he wanted to train her. He felt that she could have another chance.
Mhm.
Obviously, she did. Lily was this cute little Lhasa Apso, which would have probably been a chew toy for Vita had David not trained her. She became the most loving dog. And then Vita was diagnosed with bone cancer in her back leg. And they said pretty much you can leave it, but she won't make it. She'll have a couple months to live, or you can do this X amount of $1,000 surgery. And we went, okay.
Yeah.
And reached out to our family, and we all gathered. And she beat it, and she fought cancer's butt, and we did water therapy, and she became our mighty tripod.
She lost a leg.
And we had her for years after that, and it was just her perseverance and her will, and how, the day after she came home from surgery, totally shaved, all stitched up. I have this beautiful photo of her lying on the floor with David. It makes me emotional. She was just like, yeah, cool. Right on.
This is
let's
fine.
wait back there.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Like, it
Yeah.
was just unbelievable. And so for our acting studio, we were sitting there with David's mom. Shout out to Sue Hogan, best mother-in-law ever. And we thought of Vita. And this is already after she had passed. And we were like, oh my God, mighty tripod. So of course it has the camera tripod element to it.
Sure.
But it really is about her. And when you think about acting, it is about constantly being knocked down. It is constantly feeling like a part of you is being taken. And do you get back up? Some actors get in a rabbit hole and
Yeah.
stay there for a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes we lose actors.
People quit.
This
Yeah.
is a brutal business.
Brutal.
So it made there was no like question, like we knew that was the name. A lot of people don't know that though. So thank you, Sam.
I'm a good stalker.
Listening, that's
I
great.
love the story.
No,
I
it's
just
a great
love.
story.
I fell in love with that story, and that you named your company that. I think it's amazing. It's awesome.
And we're very
Inspiring.
we're huge dog people. So like now we have Bruno the Magnificent. Follow him on IG or Facebook.
Yes. Okay.
It's dope.
So hopefully you're not allergic to dogs. If you come
Oh,
to our
no.
studio when we do in-person classes, our dogs are there.
We're all
And
dog
it's not
lovers.
just-
We
We're
have
all
the, we have the
dog-
same disclaimer for anybody who
I'm
comes
getting there.
in studio.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
The dog thing. I'm getting there.
You're getting
Oh,
yeah.
he's
I-
amazing.
Because it's kind of cool.
We have
It's
not
kinda
done
cool.
a dog in our we've been together 16 years and we have not really done a dog.
No,
we,
never done
we
a
did
dog.
try a few times.
Yeah, and they
I got one from my dad when he passed away. I inherited one. Got stolen right out of our
Yeah.
yard. Someone actually tracked us down and stole it. And
Yep.
apparently it had something to do with when they were puppies and it was a conflict of whose puppy they were or something.
Oh.
Anyway,
Your dad's whatever.
the lady, my dad had a weird life, but he had weird people around him. And this lady stalked me down when I got the dog and said it was my dog. She called me at work, my dog. And then I was taking a nap one day. I put the dog out on a chain to be outside, and she came and stole him.
Mhm.
So, and then she came back to my house and asked me, "Can I have all of his stuff?"
Yeah.
That's when
fucking-
you call me. That's when you call
I
your
No,
was
she
dog.
didn't have to
like-
call you to go. I was there, but she
I
wouldn't
gave
let
it to
me
her.
do anything.
I cared
She's
about
too
the dog.
nice.
I cared about the dog. I gave
Damn
her the
it.
stuff. I gave her the stuff. I even watched the dog for her while she went and did whatever.
I was like, oh my
No.
God, it killed
I
me.
loved the dog, but she ended up killing the dog. All she fed it was McDonald's and it died.
Yeah, it
But-
died. Yeah, it fucking died.
So we've had some bad experiences, and we also rescued a dog that was a horrible experience.
yeah,
too.
that was bad too.
That was bad. But we now have a dog. My daughter got a dog. She got the runt of the litter from her boyfriend, and she didn't have time for it. She's a teenager out partying. And so we just kind of took him over, and it's
Yeah, and
been amazing. And he is a good dog father.
It's weird. Who would have thought, Chuck? Chuck's known me for almost 30 years. I hated dogs. I got
He's
bit
so
by a
good.
dog when I was a kid, and I've had
That's
a
what it
bias
is.
against. Yeah, I couldn't
That's
stand
what it
them.
is.
Scared the shit out of me at my grandma's house when one chased me down and got me in the fucking leg when I was trying to hop the fence. Hated dogs since
He
then.
did. And animals, period.
Yeah,
He's hated.
I'd be the one watching Sandlot, and I would get the cold sweats. Because of that dog over the fence. Because that dog over the fence bit my ass before. So fuck that movie.
You're like, let's put on Pet Cemetery.
You know what I mean? Let's kill all those sons of bitches.
Now,
But,
now, Angela, if you haven't listened to many shows, and for those of you listening at home who don't know, who haven't followed us completely over the last little over a year, this is their first dog that is working in their family. However,
Yes.
they have gone through 2 cats, 17 birds, 6 snakes,
Geckos.
Sam,
Geckos,
Sam.
2
4
snakes.
geckos. Well, no, you've had more than
An
2
opossum.
snakes.
I rescued an opossum.
Oh, possums are brutal.
Oh, I
No,
loved
that was just
her.
lazy, and she was a little off.
amazing.
They scare me.
Best experience of my life.
It scared me too, Angela. We had it in our house walking around.
It scared me because I went to the bathroom and nibbled on my foot.
Yeah, because it used to sleep under the
See, circle
toilet.
back to the crap app.
Yep, the crap app, right?
For possums.
She did love to be by the toilet, and that was her favorite place to sleep. She was an angel.
She was
I
very
loved
sweet. She
her.
was
I miss
sweet.
her.
Yeah.
Well, as long as she was sweet. Because
she
I
was
know
very
like, the
sweet.
only possum interaction I had once, I was like walking a dog and I just heard this noise.
Yeah,
And
I know.
And literally, it was on a fence, like up in my grill.
And it hissed at
growling.
you, yeah.
Yeah, and probably drooling
Yep.
and stuff.
I had the
Yeah,
same
it was pretty
experience.
scary.
I was a garbage
Honestly.
guy back in the day. Opened a garbage can and one was in there and it hissed at
Oh,
me like
yeah.
no other, and it scared the living shit. I think I
He was
still left the
terrified.
shark stain out there somewhere. It's still sitting there somewhere. You can find it. Day Island in University Place.
Not
It's
to
there.
mention, you didn't dump their garbage that day.
No, fuck that garbage. I was out.
No,
I was out.
That garbage
So,
no.
so imagine me trying to bring a possum home when he had that experience.
Yeah,
I
it
was like,
scared me.
I tiptoed into the living room. Aaron,
But this is why I'm such
do
a
you
great.
think that maybe I could have a little possum?
Yeah.
And he actually said yes, and
Yeah,
I'm about
The
died.
possum's going like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the possum
And
was.
it's like, what the hell's wrong with the
she
damn
was.
possum?
She was special needs,
Yeah,
Chuck.
she was either blind or a little slow or something.
don't really
I
know.
don't know. She was
And
off,
I think
though.
they do have a vision thing.
Yeah, she was really
I don't
bad.
know.
Like
But
day
either
to
way.
night.
And
situ-
Sam
yeah.
to this
Yeah.
day still says that Aaron doesn't compromise. So this
That's what I'm
episode of
saying.
Around the Reels shows
Yeah.
great deals.
Yeah.
Chuck,
Yes.
So working together
I
as a
do not
couple,
appreciate
Angela.
you right now.
Yeah,
That's
let's-
okay. Aaron still owes me $10
Yeah, I'll get you later.
That's all you charged him?
for today.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
for crying out
That's a
loud.
good plug, though. Thanks, Chuck. Angela, working. You mentioned earlier you guys have got along really well, you and your husband, working together for these
Yes.
years. And Sam and I have been doing this, and I've been kind of bringing her, because she always says, this is your thing. You got me into this shit.
It is.
And it's true. It is. I got it. But I honestly saw so much talent in her, from the first time I met her, and we were getting ready to film one of our early bad movies, really bad movies. But I was like, oh, she can play this part so good. And I just met her, just started dating her, and I threw her right into this movie. And she fucking hated it.
I played a video game character.
Yeah, but we were making a Metal Gear game. So I was playing Snake. She had to play Eva. We had to do it, right?
Oh my God, I
so
love it.
it's super fun, right? But she hated it. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. I'm like, oh, who wouldn't want to be in a movie? That's where I was in my brain. No, I realized at that moment how some people aren't really into it. You know what I mean?
When I was shit-faced drunk.
Yes, she had to get
You're like, now I'll film. Let's go.
Yeah, and she couldn't do anything. We were like, that's the wrap for today.
I'd get too drunk. I overdid it.
Yeah, she'd overdo it. She was so nervous.
I was so scared. I was so scared.
Half a bottle of cherry vodka. Okay, I think I'm ready. One more drink later. Okay, I'm done.
So I can't say, in our relationship, I can't say we've only had a handful of fights. Okay, we've had
We've had a whole lot.
Oh,
We've had a
damn.
lot. However,
Good.
We've had a trough full.
However,
And then some.
what I've seen in that time period is us coming to an understanding of where we're at as a couple and where her strengths are and where I should focus on my strengths, right?
Yeah.
So tell me how it is with you and your husband, if you don't mind sharing that, because I think it's important for people, because I'm sure sometimes when you're trying to do something outside the box like this, and you got you and your partner together. I mean, Chuck does it too. His wife's in our movies. She's been in our movies this entire time. It's a rugged gig, but how do you make it smooth?
There's the conflict of not only working together when you do, but there's also the conflict of being in this industry with a partner who isn't in the industry. So there's that too.
Sure.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, go for it.
I
Yeah.
can say, I am not an expert in any relationship, counseling, this, that, or the other by far, but I think Sam nailed it too. I've been in relationships with folks who were not actors, for sure, and that can have its own difficulties. And I also had been with partners who were artists, and it was horrific. So really, when Dave and I met, I think a plus, at least for us personally, what we had was we did have relationships. We weren't kids anymore.
Yeah.
David is a few years older than me, but I was already in my late 20s, and I know that still is young for a lot of people. Totally, I agree. But I think for me, I had already been through a variety of partnerships.
That's a good way to say it.
I think I knew what I wanted.
Right.
And when I met David, what was really good was that I think he was finding that in his life as well. And I'm not lying. We literally. So shout out again to our friend, or not again, shout out for the first time, but we shout out her all the time in our interviews. A friend of mine named Nairi, who is a wonderful woman who I did theater with many, many years. But she was the one who was trying to hook me up with David.
Okay.
And this is literally 9/11 just happened.
Oh, wow.
I had just had a double lumpectomy with a breast cancer scare.
Oh, my
and
God.
I had just broken up with a pretty abusive, really horrific partner.
So you're in a pretty good place when you met him as well.
Yeah, let's go on a date.
Really solid, awesome place. So it was just
Lord.
like I wasn't about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we happened to both audition for a play, had no idea who the other was. We both happened to be cast in it, had no idea. And my friend Nairi said, hey, that guy I wanted you to get to know? He was in that Meisner class with me. He's in this show in West Seattle at Arts West. At least let's go see him in the show. And I was like, I just got cast in a show at Arts West. What is he doing? Well, it's Taming of the Shrew. I just got cast at the Shrew. It's Romeo. They did gender bending. I said, who is he? She said, oh, he's the lead. He's Petruchio. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
that conceited ass.
Oh,
What? And both of us thought at the auditions that we both were just hot to try,
Yep.
full of
Your
it.
shit didn't stink. Yep.
Yeah, and he's not going to hate. He won't hate me for this because I say it in all the interviews. But I remember
He's
he
used to it.
had these girls with him. It was probably only two, but I always embellish. I'm Italian.
Kinda
So
like
I'm
the
always,
fight.
he had an entourage.
Yeah.
And it was one of those, for my theater folks, they know what I'm talking about. It was one of those in-person callbacks where everyone's in the room and we get
Okay.
to see each other, which sometimes is oogie.
yeah.
Oogie.
And
I
I'm like
love that word.
Sam. I was very much in my bitter, indignant, all girls hate me. I
Okay.
don't do good with women.
Yeah.
I was in a space. So
Right.
this guy comes up, and when he's done doing his scene, all these girls are like, "Oh!" I was just so
Oh, that's like after you sing at karaoke, Aaron.
Oh yeah, they love my ass. Yeah.
And it's,
No joke.
he and I did a scene together because Grumio, the role I got, is his sidekick.
Okay.
And it was fire. I was just like, okay, this guy is, he's good looking. Whatever.
all
it's
right.
fine. But I was like, he's a really good actor. And I could tell he was vibing. So now go a month later. The show didn't open until the winter, like in January. But the director wanted us all to meet in November and just do a reading before the holidays and New Year's. Then we would pick up rehearsals in January. Nairi has revealed that David is the guy. So we're there at this reading. You know, there's wine and cheese and coup d'etat, whatever. And everybody's mingling and laughing. A lot of people knew each other. And he approaches me, and I'm like, oh, here he comes. And he says, hi, you know, hey, I'm David. Nairi's friend. I was like, yeah, I know. And something along the lines, poor guy, he asks me out to coffee. And I think I said something along the lines of like, just so you know, I'm not down to, you know, DTF. I basically was like, I'm not looking for a partner. I said, I'm not looking to have a sexual partner. I'm not looking to date. I'm not even sure how I feel about men. So woo away. You know, a little play,
Okay.
a little play on Shakespeare.
Sure.
I'm
And
taking
game-
notes right now.
Game was on that night. Aging myself. AOL Instant Messenger.
You've got mail.
Yeah, I'm still on AOL.
Yeah, what's that?
You got mail,
Okay.
baby.
And
You got mail, baby.
He wrote me. He wrote me that night, and we were instant messaging, you know, which is really what kids are doing today via text, right?
Sure.
For
It was
hours.
MySpace for us.
And within that week, he had written me, I don't think it was that night, but it was definitely in that first week, he wrote me a sonnet.
What?
And I'm
You
not a
said
Shakespeare-
woo
Like
me.
literally?
about me. And it was really about my power,
Mm-hmm.
about my strength. Nothing about my hot this or my, you know what I mean?
Sure.
He led with my
Oh
intelligence,
shit, he's
my
good.
strength, and my heart. And I was like, oh, okay, come on.
Yeah.
You know.
You're like
But it
winner.
I think my biggest advice for everyone versus like now going into the 20 years we've had, and we've had a lot of struggles. I mean, we've lost 3 babies.
Oh,
We've
my gosh.
lost 2 fur babies. We've lost jobs. We've moved back in with our parents, moved back out, moved back in. I mean, we have been through it. But I really think it's that initial right out the gate when we finally did do the coffee. We were so like, here is my baggage.
Yeah.
And I had a lot.
We all do.
Me too.
We all do.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
And he had his own, and we just both talked about all the ways we never felt seen by a partner, heard by a partner, or just who we were still discovering who we were.
Yeah.
And so it just, I mean, you guys, we do everything together, and we still, I mean, like when we get home, instead of like, okay, we've been together all day working, we're like, cool, what game are we playing? Okay, Skyrim. And we sit down, we play our PS4 and we game, and I mean, we're just very in tune, but we also are very mindful of when each other need their own space. So he's an amazing photographer. I have nothing to do with his photography or headshot business. It is something he does. It's his artistry. It's amazing.
Yeah, he does a
Good,
good
because
job.
we got to work on this.
He does
Yeah,
a good
we
job,
do.
actually. His,
Yeah.
Wait, you have to work on it.
yeah.
Do it though.
his
He'll
work
make
is
you
great.
live the fly.
Yeah.
But he,
Yeah.
and then for me, I'm a farmer and construction. My mom taught me that. I love building. The house we live in, my mom and I built.
Wow.
I'm really about land. I love land. I mean, I could spend all day just working on the farm and being with earth. Not that he doesn't like it, but like that's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's make sure you have something where you guys can find your own zen.
Yeah.
Right. But communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know
Communication
what
is
each other are
key.
thinking.
You
And
know
then
what's
it's-
cool? There's
Yeah.
okay. So I got to say something.
Of course. He
Yeah,
always
sorry,
has to
sorry,
say
I-
something.
Thank
I know.
God it's a talk show. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you want to
I
say
know.
something.
You know how you get to chat with people, and we've chatted with a lot of folks lately. Yes, Sam, I said folks. She hates that word.
I'm sorry, I was just about to say you fucking said folks.
But I'm trying to get used to the country setting, so I'm just working on it.
Y'all.
Yeah. There's times when you actually get to speak with people and you immediately jive with them.
Yeah.
Because they're genuine. Everything you've said today, Angela, is genuine. I can tell it by watching you and seeing you, and that's what I kind of do to judge people. Unfortunately,
You don't, but you
I
don't
do.
judge,
I
you don't
do.
judge people.
I try
The
not to as much as I
unfortunate
do,
part.
but
We all
I do it, and I admit it because I'm always reluctant to give too much into something that's not worth it. That makes sense, right? So I pay attention, but you're a very genuine person, and I think hearing your story when you met David, and your philosophy that you have with the actors, preaching to them, be yourself, be real. You don't have to, empower your art is what I thought you said, something like that, where you be yourself. You were yourself when you met him. Even if you were in a shitty spot, you still were.
Yeah.
He respected that. You weren't some bimbo doing all that shit. You weren't. You got him.
Yeah.
And that's badass. And that's what I'm thinking we all are trying to do here, to be real, to be just very prolific in who you are. I think it's vital. Because what is art if you can't express yourself? I don't get it.
That's what art is.
And what is life if we can't? I mean, if anything, pandemic or not, like just in my 44 years on this planet, I feel like, but especially in the most, I grew up in a time we didn't, being 44, obviously the kids who were watching are in their 20s.
You are not 44.
What?
You are not 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's happy
Oh,
and healthy.
I'm loud
She
and
looks.
proud.
She's very pretty.
That's another
Wait, just
thing.
do the math while she was talking. And she's been
I-
with
but I
Dave for 20
can't.
years. She's
But I
been through a
don't-
lot of shit.
Yeah,
Just-
AOL Messenger,
No, but,
bro.
and that's something about me too that I also tell actors that too. Like I've never understood the let's lie about our age thing, but I get it. Everyone, that's their own journey. But for me, it's like I think for what I was trying to get at is like with social media and internet, like I didn't grow up with those things, and I think that's actually a blessing. And nowadays, just kids won't ever have that option.
No.
Which unless parents really try to keep it away from them, which I don't know, that also has its downfall. But for me, I think it made me have to do so much of the work on my own versus what's scary on what you're saying, Aaron, with just people, and I'm not talking about actors, I'm talking about just humans, like figuring themselves out. Unfortunately, so many folks, all of us, even adults, we compare and despair based on what we're seeing on one of our platforms, be it TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's like, oh, that's success, or oh, that's what's pretty, oh, that's what books, oh, that's what makes money, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And I think it makes it hard for relationships. I think all these reality TV shows, which also didn't exist when we were growing up, we just had sitcoms and episodics.
What's wrong
and crime shows.
What's wrong with Jack Tripper?
crime shows. 12 channels. There you go.
I hear you.
12?
Right?
Ooh, she was high class. I had 3.
We had 13.
Yeah, we have.
Wait, what?
Or 13, right?
You're
Yeah,
good.
then-
No, when I only had ABC, CBS, and NBC when I was growing up.
You didn't have Channel 9,
When I
Channel
was
11,
little.
Channel 13?
When we moved up
Yes.
here, I got more. But
Channel
when I was
11. I
little,
was all about
I
Channel
had
11.
Oh, wow.
CBS, NBC, and ABC.
Wow, geez.
That's
You only
it.
had 3. Wow.
And Chuck, that's like the thing too. It's like
You only need
there's
one.
something.
Netflix.
Now, not only do we have so much, which is great for actors, for working actors, there will always be work, yay. But I do think you're right, Aaron, that it's being able to tell yourself it's okay to stand there in your weakness and your power and both be good, instead of, I feel I'm not going to even just say only in the U.S. because I haven't lived in other countries.
Sure.
But I don't like that it seems like we're men and women and non-binary folks. Like everybody is kind of instilled to just hide your weaknesses, though. Don't show us those, right?
Yeah.
Don't show us the ugly parts. Why the hell not?
Yeah, it's like telling a man not to cry. I still think you should cry.
Oh, that's BS.
It's badass if you cry. You're not a pussy because you cry.
No, it's more manly.
Yeah, tell that to my kids, damn it.
Well, yeah, but we cry. I cried every fucking movie I watched, for God's sake. I watched Free Guy last night. I'm bawling my eyes out at Free
I
Guy.
have to see that.
It's a beautiful ending to that story. It's a great movie. It made me feel good. I watched it twice, and every time I watch it, I'm just smiling. It just makes me
We
happy.
were just crying we've been watching the second season now of Ted Lasso.
Okay, yeah.
It's breaking my heart a bit. I didn't think so. Everybody was posting about it. I was like, oh my God, pussies. And then we're watching, we're like, oh God. I was like, okay, I get it. But again, I think even what a lot of these shows are touching on, it's the stuff that we we want to be able to do ourselves, right?
Right.
It's humanity.
Yeah.
It's being an empath. It's, you know, a lot of what's been going on these 2 years has been really putting all of us, no matter what people believe, against each other versus, and I'd still love to think this is possible, that we all can just spread love. A lot of you guys will see a lot of my hashtags, or
Yes.
hashtag Mama DiMarco says, and the first one I lead with is spread love. And it's, I know it seems so simple, but think if we literally all just led with love. Like, just pause for a minute and think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so different versus hate, judgment, compare and despair, whatever.
You can get dragged into that
I
so
don't know.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
hard.
we understand what you're saying.
We
We're
do.
making a
I-
movie about that right now.
Yeah. That's what Chuck wrote.
I remember being like 5 years old and thinking, why don't people love each other? Why do they
Ugh.
fight and argue? And why are they mean? I didn't understand that.
I
ever.
never did.
I never did either.
Oh, I mean, I never did think that way.
Well,
I mean, that's why I really respect Sam and Chuck in that way. I flip them a lot of shit because I have to call them pussies because it's funny. But they do have this open ability to accept and not judge and give chances. Like no one else other than maybe you now that I've talked to, that I can see you doing that. But I know for a fact that neither one of them fuck around either. Like if shit goes down, they just have this threshold of being able to take a lot before they actually throw that Rocky blow. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, if I get jabbed, I'm like, fuck you. I'll hit him with a fucking bolo right away. You know, I don't have the patience. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
Yeah, these guys do, and I emulate that as best I can. But goddamn, it's hard because that's not how I was raised or looked at the world when I was growing up. Because it was kill or be killed almost in times. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I'm not saying I was always the Mama DiMarco when I was younger.
Sure.
I mean, it really was survival of and I wasn't the fittest. It was really just survival. So
Yeah.
I feel you there too, Aaron. And a lot of it was just me and my like 2 friends,
Mhm.
you know, so it was like, we'll get through. And
Yeah.
I definitely had a lot of surface friends looking back, especially now. When I realized when I first got my first commercial or my first feature, you know, when you're a teen, all of a sudden those mean girls are like, oh my God, you're my best friend. And I'm like, they like me. And I look back now and I'm like, no, they didn't.
Yeah, they do.
no.
Oh,
they
that guy
didn't.
actually liked me. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, they liked that I was this girl who was in the acting world. You know,
Mhm.
so it's and that's even happens in our adult
No, it does.
relationships. Right?
Yeah.
A lot
More-
of fakers,
more-
a lot of opportunistic people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Coming out like zombies all of a sudden. Like now they like it.
No one still likes me, so I haven't really experienced that yet.
Yeah, I'll take. Oh, shut up.
I like you.
Yeah, you got
thank
so.
you.
You're such full of shit. There's so many people that like you. You have no idea how many people like you because you
I am
still.
an extremely misunderstood person.
No, you're
Very
not.
much so.
You're
Yes,
not.
I am.
Just around the people that you want them. You want them to like you.
The people you want to like you don't
Don't
like
like
you,
me.
and that's what bothers you. Makes
Yes.
you think
That's
that
what
people
bothers
don't
me.
love you.
And you're-
However, there's tons of people around you who like and
Yeah,
love you.
Yes, you're missing those people because there's a tiny few that you're like, and you're
We're
judging
going
everything
back
by
to
that.
last week's episode
We don't
that
need to
blew
talk
up a
about
that. No, I
family
get-
drama
yeah.
event.
Yeah.
I get stuck on family because when I grew up, I always thought that was the most important thing in the world. Like that was it. Family. Like that was it.
Right.
And I always felt like that I was going to have a close family. I loved my family, adore my family. I still do. But we're not close like I thought we would be. So I guess I really struggle with that, especially lately, because I don't really talk to them that much anymore. And we even had a whole podcast about it, and I talked about it, and then I got a call from my brother, a bad, horrible message from my brother saying he's not even going to talk to me anymore. And I didn't really say anything wrong. I just said I miss my family. I don't see them anymore. And that's my struggle, is because those are the people I want to love me the most, and those people just don't really care. I mean, they just don't
And
like
I
me.
I think this term, you know, chosen family, we hear that a lot in different dynamics, what that means. But I think chosen family, it goes into like a lot of different scenarios. For me, like my students are my chosen family because David and I wanted kids, and unfortunately we were unable, you know. And it immediately, I started looking around and went, I have a lot of kids. I even have some like 80-year-old kids and some 50-year-old kids. Like my students are those are my chosen, those are my babies.
Yeah.
And I am blessed. You know, when I even started dating certain partners in my past, I always was like, why aren't you close with your family? Like, I assumed even what you're saying, Sam, like everyone was. No, they're not. And that's okay, though. I've also learned to embrace, like, you know what? That's okay, because look what you have. Look what you have in Aaron. Look what you have in your child. Look what you have, right, with Chuck. Like, that's your family. But I hear you. I still think we feel like our blood should be this closeness. But sometimes, okay, they aren't going to be what I need them to be, but it doesn't mean that you're not who exactly you should be.
Boom.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
And that
well
took
said.
forever
Yeah.
with I'm the same as you, Sam, in that I know from years of therapy that hey, get a therapist. I'm all about it.
I need one.
Shout out.
I can give some
Love you,
numbers.
Judy. Yeah.
Coach Rick.
But it's true. From
Shout out.
therapy, I found that even though I could sit here and sit in my power with you guys about oh, screw the haters and I love who I am. Anytime someone hates on me or starts drama, and there's a lot, even as a grown woman, even in these past 2 years, I have never been bullied so much in my adult life than the past 2 years.
Sure,
There's
I believe it.
been very unfortunate things that happened in these past 2 years with certain folks. It breaks me, and I know it's because I'm like, I just want them to love me. I just want them to see me. Why are they? And I have to go, you know what? This has to do with them. There's something going on with them. I'm not going to pass judgment. If they want to put it on me,
Uh-oh.
you
Wait,
know?
shit. Wait, we
You got the tissues?
Hang on.
You did it. You did it, Angela. She's crying. Oh, it's beautiful. You okay, Sam? Yeah. There we go. There's a tissue box. We're good.
Here.
You got
you-
it. You can't. I don't think we can get
Here
that
we
through
go.
Zoom. No, it's good. It's
Blow
good
our
stuff.
nose, let's blow our nose together.
No,
I'm
it's
just
good
very
stuff.
emotional.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
You know what I mean? Oh, now I've got a
Wow.
little Rudolph nose.
You're good. You
This
both,
is not unusual.
you
I do
both
this,
look
like, all the
lovely.
time.
Honey, I cry every
cry so
class.
much.
My students know. My go to by at least that 3-hour mark. I'm like, oh, Mama's getting emotional. Everyone knows it. Because I also think that's important. I think it's better to feel than to hide that,
Oh,
And
shit.
anybody who's watching or listening who they know who they are. The only reason I even mention it is I still think there is just it's easy now with the world of social media for people to hide behind instead of what we used to do, which was face-to-face talking. Get on a phone, God forbid. Like
No one
everything
wants to
is an
do that.
emoji, a text, or social media vague post.
Yeah.
So it does feel very disconnected, but I didn't mean to make you cry.
No, it's
I
like,
told you she was genuine. I could tell right away.
Yeah.
She didn't fuck around. I love it. I love it.
Let's do a quick
it's
twist.
not a bad thing.
No,
it's
it's
not,
not
a bad
It's
thing.
a beautiful
It's just,
thing.
I'm super emotional.
It's beautiful. No, it's
I love
good.
it. Me too.
It's good.
Me too.
So, Angela, I'm going to do a quick segue here to give Sam a chance to
Please, thank you.
wipe without continuing to cry.
Yeah.
So, I want to play a quick game with you, Angela. This is just something I want to play with you.
You got a game?
I think Sam has a game for later, but I was just
No,
thinking
I
of all
don't.
these things.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so
Okay.
Oh, this is our game, Chuck.
this. Okay, so hands down.
Okay.
Sam.
My hands
Or no,
are
no, no,
down.
Angela, hands down. So 2 years ago, we auditioned for Say Goodbye, and then we get hit with the pandemic. So I want to play a game and now that we've gotten a chance to start getting to know you through everything, as we've all been stalking each other through Facebook because we're local, Northwest filmmakers, and it's that you being the acting coach that you are, I am going to start listing off some of the members of the cast from Say Goodbye. And if they have been one of your students at some point, I would like you to raise your right hand.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, I do know I'm going to name off a few, so I know some of these won't be answered.
Okay. This is a
Okay.
podcast too, so a lot of people won't be able to see
So
their
you
hand
should-
raised from there.
Maybe just say ding or something.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's
Okay.
get a ding.
Like my phone just.
Like the
Or
ding on the
I'll
phone.
keep track. I'll say there's one.
Okay. Yeah, do
Or
that. Do
something.
that.
Okay,
Do that.
so-
Okay.
Let's start with let's see. Let's start with Kara Prushner.
Yes.
There's one.
And shout out that young lady. Not only did I start working with her when she's 12, she's 16 now. She has written a full feature. She has written multiple award-winning short films. Started her own production company with her mother, and she and I have co-produced 2 films together.
So amazing.
She's badass.
And which
Yes.
was and
Yeah, and
another
I got
one-
to direct her last weekend. It was fun as fuck. We had a great time. She's great. Good job. Okay.
She's
Yep.
I'll shut up.
Yep, no, she's awesome. Okay, Haley Hauser.
I'm not going to say yes. I feel like Haley took a workshop. I could totally be wrong though, but I wouldn't say a Mighty Tripod grad. And by graduate, what we mean by that, you guys, is like they've gone through the progression of classes or ongoing coaching. So, but I don't want to say no in that I feel like I know that name, and if I saw her face, I could tell you if she's taking a workshop. So I think I have to just say, I would say,
Okay, it's okay.
Maybe.
You're
She's
not
right in the middle.
sure.
The
Yep,
name
she's-
sounds familiar to you, huh?
totally. But I also follow your film, so it's like I'm also like kind of addicted to your guys' film. So okay.
Fair
Thank you.
enough. Fair
Oh.
enough.
Okay, so speaking of that, okay, so we have Jasmine, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I had to act
Jasmine,
it.
shout out to Jasmine.
Yeah.
Jasmine
My spot.
came before we even had a studio. Jasmine came when we were renting a space over at Youngstown in West Seattle, and I'll never forget this. We were just doing an audition class and body and movement class and grounding class, and she came with a Game of Thrones monologue, and I was like, who is this fierce ass woman? And I was like, you are fire. And she didn't have an agent yet. She was just like introducing her, and I was just like, she is unbelievable. She is a force, and she is.
So,
I couldn't ask for a better
yeah.
person to take my spot.
Yeah, Sam was going to be taking the role that plays the opposite of my character in this film, right? And Sam,
I know.
like, she talks about the struggle with acting, so she's like, for the best interest of the film, you guys, I want to step down from that role. We filmed with Jasmine.
Yeah.
So Sam put me in a position where I'm acting against someone like, you give me a name, Al Pacino. I mean, I'm in a scene with Jasmine, and I'm like, she starts throwing her lines on, and I'm like this. Like, she's so good.
She's good.
But I'm
She's
like,
great.
I'm like grateful for it now. I mean, you know,
I
I
think it was-
hopefully it makes my acting that much better because I have to keep up with this woman who's Batwoman. You know, she's fucking Batgirl in the fucking. I mean, she's a
Well,
cat.
it means a
Catwoman.
lot too. It means a lot because Chuck even had reached out to me, and he and I were like brainstorming on it. And what I love is Jasmine has her gorgeous, precious son. So she,
Yeah.
I
Miles.
know what it is for a lot of my students and friends. On both sides, who have start a family, and then all of a sudden the work slows down. Maybe the agents don't want to submit them as much, or maybe they have to be home. So it was huge that this could happen because she is and she's a phenomenal dancer.
Yeah, she's
Oh
fucking
my
crazy good. Yeah.
Goodness
She's so
gracious.
good.
Yeah.
She
So
is
good.
magical dancer.
And
So,
and they have great
love.
chemistry, so it works so good.
Well, that's
it.
why
So
I'm so
good.
talented, though. I mean, I
Shut
So
this.
Sorry, Chuck. Sorry,
this
Chuck.
was so
Sorry,
fun too
Mute
because
yourself.
she, speaking of auditions and struggling, becoming a mother and going through all this stuff, the audition was with Miles in her lap.
Yeah.
Trying
Yeah.
to look at us on the screen while she's doing everything.
Yeah.
Bless her heart.
And she's like, "Do you want me to do it again?" I'm like,
no, it was good.
She
You're
kicked-
like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She killed her audition with her infant son in her arms.
Oh yeah.
Put it that way.
Oh yeah.
She's a badass.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
you do.
and,
Star
That's right.
quality.
That's right.
That's right.
and speaking of that audition, we were also joined in that audition by Kevin Young.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
actually,
you know him.
See, there's another.
Another great actor in our area.
Oh my gosh, Kevin!
Amazing.
Like I was just blasting him yesterday on something he posted. Just again, a student who came, and I was like, "Who is this? Look at this amazing,
Right.
incredible artist!" And you know what happens in the studio stays in the studio. But
Yeah.
you know, I know a lot of us just gather, and it's like I feel unseen, or I don't see enough actors that I identify with, or the roles that I want, and just what he's been doing, what he's also been doing with a group of his friends who have their own
Yeah.
company
Yes.
and create as well. Nook and Note and
They
Nut,
shine.
like it's insane.
Yes.
And sweetest guy.
Yes.
He's a great dude.
Amazing
He's
guy.
awesome, and
Yeah.
we get to work with him in a couple of hours.
Yeah, we're gonna be on
Literally
set today.
everybody in Say Goodbye is so amazing. But do you want to go on with your list?
Sorry,
Who
yeah.
is- who's next?
How about Raymond Power?
Okay, I can't claim Raymond as a grad. However, what I will say of Raymond is that Raymond and I go way, 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 way back. And that when he first was getting into the industry, he reached out to me and we spent time, you know, talking. And I just basically said, hey, these are different places I think you should look into, or different people I want you to meet. We brought him onto our feature at the time. We were working on our fourth feature, Mr. Bleachers, and we immediately gave him a role. I introduced him. This is not me at all. That man should take credit fully for his career. Yes, I think he's had people who have introduced or helped, but he has been on fire in the drive and how he is on social media, and the dad of 5, and he has an amazing partner.
Yes.
He is just someone that immediately, like you said, Aaron, I was like, this kid is genuine. We had a lot of stories that were similar from our past, which he's very transparent and open about his past. A lot
Yes,
of
he
people
is.
have no idea about my past. So yeah, I just, I love him like a big, younger, older brother son. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
A
much
big,
respect.
younger, older brother son. Yeah,
Much
I
respect.
I get that.
With all due
But I
respect for
can't
his
name him
partner, he is so
What?
freaking cute. You almost just want to give him everything.
my
Like you can just have
Here we
everything. He's so
go.
good looking.
Do I need to put the
Oh my
hotness chart up again?
You
With
need to
me
put
and-
it up
I'm gonna
again.
Put it
I
up
think.
again. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. For me, he's so good looking.
48
And
years old. Come on, give
He
me a
does
break.
have.
Dude, I'm with Raymond. I can
With
hang
all
with
due
Raymond.
respect to his partner
Oh my God.
and his children, he is very good looking.
he's a good-looking
and
guy,
handsome.
but
Yes,
I mean,
he's
he's-
very.
They
good.
are all
I'm right with him.
fabulous, and I'm so
He can have
proud of
every
him.
role. You can have
Making
them
it
all.
happen. He's making it happen. Yeah.
No, he's awesome. He's great, and he's really good. He's really good, and he came to our studio and did an interview with us, and he's amazing.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, great guy.
I absolutely love Raymond.
Yeah, he's blown up.
Yeah, he is. He's
I
doing
did
well.
nothing but embarrass
Very-
myself, but that's just because.
Oh, because you
know,
think he's so hot and
Yeah.
stuff? Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. You're going to put the fire emojis next to him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All that.
Good.
All that.
Hey, I think
He
that's
gets the
good.
part.
I
He
think
gets
that's,
it.
that's human. You know?
That's
I'm
fine.
just being
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
I mean,
So what if I
geez.
put my picture up? You going to put fire emojis next to it?
No.
That's bullshit.
You'll get the chocolate yogurt.
She won't do it. She won't do it. She thinks my head's too big already. Yeah, I'll get chocolate yogurt or a poop emoji.
I like it with from
I'll get
pudding
the-
to poop to yogurt.
I'll get the poop emoji. It's fine.
What are your initials?
Everybody loves the poop emoji.
Anal cavity.
Chuck, whenever you're ready.
Oh, sorry, Chuck. You got more on your list, bro?
Well, I know because our core group I know has not gone through your classes, so we can name off everybody here in the room. Obviously, between Aaron and Sam, myself, Ginger, Amber, so we know those members aren't.
I
here.
need
So
your
we-
classes.
but we
I
got- we got
definitely need them.
But we have a lot of people that in which you have touched and been a part of their careers that are blessing us with our movie, being part of our movie, and they are doing amazing.
Yeah, they're telling
And they
us
credit you, a lot of them.
They really
for where they're at.
They did.
Yeah.
They really do. So you should keep just if you ever need a reminder of how well you're doing things with others, I think it's
Your
it's
students
resonating.
definitely,
Yeah.
they give it. They
They
definitely
say
do.
stuff.
They
They
definitely do.
And good stuff.
Good.
Yeah, it's
very
good
good.
stuff.
They
Very
say
thing.
good stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Like you're so good. Well, it's because
Yeah, but with you guys too, like thank you for all the filmmakers, and this is everyone listening, no matter where you are on the globe. Like, that's my biggest thing, which a lot of people know. Like, not only hashtag Mama DiMarco says, but it's also hashtag
don't wait, create.
Yes, be safe. I want everyone to be safe, but it's like also meaning don't wait for someone else to make an opportunity for you. You can do it too. I
Yep.
mean, I will always go back to Tangerine. They made that film on a cell phone.
On a fucking
They
cell
got into
phone.
Sundance,
Yeah.
won multiple awards, and it was a group of people who wanted to tell their story. So you guys are doing the same thing with Say Goodbye. You're telling an important story that means something to you, that you feel means something to others, which it does. I mean, the films, I just came off 13 films in the past 3 months, and that's not me bragging. That's like the insanity of what the pandemic did last year.
Yeah.
Finally, this year, people feel like they can do it.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. Let's get this shit done.
Right.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
However, the ones that I mean, I'm grateful for all of them, but I was also honored to be a producer on many of them. And a lot of them, you'll notice when I produce my own work, it's stories that I feel others need.
Yeah.
So even when we lost our son Caleb, that's what my first directorial debut film always was. It's about a couple that's lost a child. Because I think a lot of people, rightfully so, focus on the mother, focus on the person who carried, the person who lost.
Yeah.
But what about the partner?
Yeah.
They go through a whole different grief,
Yeah.
a whole different struggle, and they want to be strong because they're worried about their partner, but yet we don't show the light on both sides, and people
Yeah.
grieve differently. So it's,
Right.
I love what Say Goodbye, what you're doing, and what I was going to say, thank you to you and all the filmmakers out there, no matter how experienced, whether you're on a cell phone or a camera, whether you have a crew of 4 or a crew of 20, you're making opportunity for artists. And that's all we want to do. I'm an indie film actor, and I've always wanted to just be, and I'm not going to say just, I've always wanted to be a working actor. I have never wanted celebrity. I have never needed trophies or awards because I want to work. Like celebrity, cool, but I don't want people in my business. I don't need paparazzi. And I mean that. I wouldn't mind a paycheck. Don't get that twisted. But I really want to work. And that means brand new filmmakers. And that's also why I've been in over 90 films. And I love the fact that I've worked with new filmmakers who constantly cast me today. And now they're like hustling, and they got films in Cannes, and they got films in South by. So it's something that I want anyone listening who's like, oh, well, I can't. Yes, you can. And that's how people get started. And you all are giving those jobs to the artists who are sitting here going, am I ever going to work again?
Yeah.
Am I ever going to get to act again?
Yeah.
That's our whole point. We want to collaborate with people. We want, especially people that are around us and in our area, because I feel like there's a slight disconnect with them, and they don't all, go for it. Like really go for it. And we want to encourage that. So that's what we're trying to do, is encourage that. And you're helping us with that, because I know you have the same mindset where you feel like you see that in all of these people. And I do. I see star quality in so many of these people that we interview and talk to.
I do too.
And they need to just go for it and not be afraid and just go for it.
And even if you're a poopy actor, that's the thing.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not saying just because I booked when I was a kid. I look back, I had huge opportunities that I don't really want to talk about because I didn't get them. But I like to this day, I'm like, had I had, and I'm about to toot my own horn, had I had a Mama DiMarco as a coach, which that just didn't exist at the time around here. Oh my God, because now I've got kids who are leads on Disney shows, who are leads on Netflix shows, and I don't go, oh, why was that me? I go, oh yeah.
You're proud of that.
I did that shit.
You need to be proud of that, because you did that. You helped with that.
Yeah.
You helped them get there.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. The confidence that you give people is just incredible. And it's actually, there's no money that can, it's priceless. It's absolutely priceless. And that's cool.
Yeah, I'm all about, when we started this show, we wanted to have just a voice and have fun and see, where it went. Really, it was during the pandemic when we started this, because we couldn't make our movies.
Couldn't make a movie.
So, and I've always wanted to do a radio show since I was a kid. I was like,
well, see, I thought you guys had it the year before too. So this started.
No.
So we've
maybe a year and a half, maybe.
You're 76.
July of last year.
Yeah, July of last year we started this.
Your podcast 76.
Yeah. But the thing was, as the shows evolved, because we go unscripted. You didn't know what the fuck we were going to talk about today.
We don't either.
Yeah. It's just a conversation with somebody we've never met, or maybe we have met, but we want to dive in deeper. Which maybe we can have you on the show again later. Anyway,
Raymond Power, you can come on the show again if you want.
It's
only in studio, I think, though, is what she's requesting.
Chuck. When we started our production company too, we Chuck's motto, join together. It sounded really cheesy at first to me, but I'm starting to get it now. I'm starting to get, see, you're turning me into a pussy, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm not turning you into a pussy.
That's okay, though.
You are an enlightened human being.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
You started it. He's finishing it off. So you guys are double teaming me right now with this. That's okay.
It's the only time that'll happen.
I know, it's fine.
Yeah,
I hope so. There's no way, because you have no ass. Anyway.
It's really Leo that's turning you into the pussy. Honestly.
It's the goddamn dog's fault. I love that guy.
Dogs will do that.
Yeah, he's turning me into softy. My point is that the bridges. It's kind of like, and it's weird because not only are we making Chuck's movie, we're making the documentary about the giant Pacific octopus, right? Sam's directing that, and we're just watching the stuff with the bridge, and I was just listening to them on the 700 Feet Down. That other doc that was done recently. Yeah. How that bridge connected everybody. And then when it wasn't there, the ferries and stuff. And I'm thinking, this show, if what we had no idea where this was going to go. But it'd be really cool to say, kind of like what you do, Angela, just making those, connections with others and having that network going. And you can start seeing it spread like the Matrix, shit's just going.
Oh yeah.
If this show can,
Aaron, you guys are letting people feel heard.
Yes.
We want people to feel heard.
That's
everyone
what we want.
has something to offer, and we want to hear everyone.
Yeah, there's a
from
lot of
the little people to the big people.
Yeah.
We don't care. Like,
there's so much
one
information.
movie or 1,000.
We don't give a shit. No, we don't. We've got
all of you.
We've got our first big named person coming on the show on the 20th, and I'm keeping this a surprise. But you know this person.
Yes,
I know
you
know this person.
You have. Everyone does.
But to me, it's like, holy shit, this person I watched when I was a kid in some big movies, you know.
It's
kind of
exciting.
cool, right?
It's exciting.
So I'm not going to be starstruck or anything like these guys are worried
Yeah,
about.
you
But
are.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
We are not worried about you being starstruck. We're worried about you being a fanboy.
Yeah, I'll be that. No, I won't do that. But I'm definitely.
what we're
But I'm
honestly-
definitely going to let son of a bitch know how influential
That I'm a
he
fan
was.
boy?
That person was.
Yes.
Try to keep it generic. So we
Yeah,
don't
because
give away
you know
who
what?
that
He's a
might
person-
be.
that-
That person.
he or
No,
she-
there you go.
He or she is a person too. And sometimes I think that people like to hear that.
Yes.
You know,
They do.
really, especially for something when I was a kid, and it made a
No,
difference.
they will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Yes.
it. They
Thank
will.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Just
and
be ourselves is what's important, and that's what we try to do with everybody. And we had someone special last week, even
yes,
too.
we did. Yes, we did. She almost made me pee that she came on the show. Yeah. And Angela was here
And
today,
Angela
and I
is
was
very
like
special
excited
too.
for you.
It's like
Oh,
we
I'm
keep
fine.
yes.
I don't want
Absolutely.
to make anyone pee.
No.
Well, you made me cry,
You
so
made her
that's
cry.
like peeing out of my eyes.
Peeing out of your eyes.
You know that
Oh my-
it's such a good. You pissed out of your eyes, Sam.
I totally did.
You eye pissed.
Yeah, you made me pee.
I love how genuine you are. Thank you,
Yes,
Angela. Really,
We love you.
Seriously, I had a feeling.
I
you
was
know.
scared a little.
Yeah, you were scared.
No.
I had a feeling.
You
The more I dug in, the
you
more
were
I
scared
wasn't.
because she was female. Once you got past that and got in the conversation, you were good. I'm sure.
yeah.
Girls are hard. You know that. It just is what it is. But you're an amazing female
She
who's
is.
a leader.
Yeah.
Very much a leader.
Absolutely.
And changing lives. You're changing lives, and that's cool. That's amazing. So
And she's
cheers
humble
to you.
because she's not doing this.
so humble. I know.
No, she
You're
takes it.
so humble.
Because she's a
yes.
badass. She don't fuck around.
She
She's
knows.
Italian, like Rocky. She don't fuck around.
She knows.
You know what's cool too? You know, this is when I started to realize. I mean, I knew of. First of all, I love the last name DiMarco. It sounds badass.
It is
So
badass.
If I say DiMarco, I'm just like that's the way I say
Paisan.
it. Yeah, thank you. When DiMarco was up there during the pandemic, and you guys don't like political shit. I know that.
No,
We'll talk about it on the
no.
show. I know. But during all this time, with Black Lives Matter and everything else, this woman right here was not afraid to put her mind out there and let people know. And I appreciated that because I was trying to do the same thing, mixing it with humor. But she was genuine. I wanted to piss people off.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wanted them to get mad at me.
Oh,
for
I
what was
pissed
saying.
some people off.
I know
there.
you did, hun. I know.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I envy the Italian in you. I wish.
Blocked, deleted so many people in my life. However, that being said, I have tons of conservative folks in my life,
Yeah.
liberal folks in my life. It is not a Democrat Republican.
It's
thing
not.
For me. For me, it is again and racism is not new. I have witnessed these things my entire life.
Mhm.
My mom, basically having to tear cops off of our friends and family growing up, just because they were black, and I'll just keep it real. So it's something though. But I'm not here as a white woman to go, I'm an ally. That's not my place to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say it has been something that I'm not going to lie. David and I were in class stating our feelings and not making it political for people, but basically saying we didn't want our classes because we were virtual then, obviously last year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to be political, but that we were very transparent with how we were protesting and what we were doing because we knew our students were going to see it.
Yeah.
But it was just me saying like, hey, to my young students especially who thought this was new, that it isn't new, and that I don't think should be a political thing. That's just about the fact that the four of us are here in this interview right now, and that it's not like a, oh, hi, Aaron, like it's
Right.
not, oh, let's just drop Aaron here for diversity. It's like, no, you guys are three friends, partners,
Well, he is
whatnot.
kind of a little bit
Well,
of
but
our
you know what I
diversity.
It's true. I kind of looked at it opposite. Like I got you guys because I needed
No,
diversity
but I
on my show.
appreciate that, Aaron, because I do think it's, the banner on my Facebook page
Yeah.
and all of my
Yeah.
social media is never going to change.
Yeah.
I have a question. Quick
It's
question.
badass, hon.
Is
I'm
David
proud of you.
there? Is David there with you?
He's always here with
Will
me.
he say hi? Wait, if
No,
he's
he's
there,
not.
is he's
He's not
oh,
here.
He's
okay.
not physically
I
there.
wanted to
He's-
say hi to David if he was there, but he's not. So maybe
Here.
next time.
You got a picture of him. If you even throw Mr.
Something,
Bleachers
give
up
us
here, I'm
something.
gonna
It's
freak
a
out.
podcast though, so nobody can see. Oh, look.
Oh, there he is.
We'll get it
There's
up on
David.
YouTube. You'll be on YouTube.
We'll get him. Yeah, we'll have to have him as a
I was
guest.
gonna say just Schedule him.
Yeah, we'll
Just
get to
tell
that.
him he has to
Love that.
come on here with us because it's fun.
Yeah, no,
It's-
shout out to my husband who has been, again, my rock. That another thing, Aaron, you talk about relationships, but for you guys, it's like last year was hard for me.
Hard for
And
everybody.
Not for what people, yes. I
Yeah.
feel like last year was a lot of a global struggle that we all were seeing things, even if some of us feel like we've seen them our whole life, but like really seeing them. But I was really depressed last year. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay.
Really depressed. And I was protesting a lot. And I couldn't teach. I didn't want to do anything in person. And David has been holding down that fort. My man he's been coaching and doing headshots and doing taping and doing all the in-studio stuff. And I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. And it's something that, thank God for him. And then even this year, same thing. So shout out if you need headshots, you need taping, you need coaching. Mighty Tripod.
That's your man.
David is
Yeah,
what's
David.
up. And I'm doing better now. Like I'm
Yeah.
feeling a little bit better in.
You need a
It's not
minute.
just about pandemic, but
Everyone
just
needs a minute.
yeah.
You just need a minute.
But you earned that. You earned that in who you have and your relationship that you have. You built that and you earned that. So good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, your heart's
Good
in
for
the
you.
right place. You
Yeah.
can see
Yeah,
it.
but I'll tell him you guys say hi.
Yeah,
Please
let 'em
do.
know.
Please do.
Yeah, tell him I gotta call him too. I need a headshot for IMDb instead of just using screen grabs.
Yeah,
I
you
need a
one.
headshot,
So do
too.
I. I don't have one either.
Good.
I need some acting class too.
You're not going to act anymore, though.
But maybe if I get a class, I
You
could
think you
do
would?
better.
You think
maybe
you
I
would?
could be more confident.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I think because she's
could
got raw
happen.
talent. I'm telling you.
It could happen.
I
Or
saw it
maybe I
back
just
in
want to
our
be
old
around
movies.
you because you're positive.
She
and
is.
You're
Wait a second.
amazing.
What are you saying? We're fucking negative?
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
not saying that. Well, Aaron kind of is sometimes, but anyway.
Like, yeah. Chuck's like, no.
I'm like, wait a second.
And Sam's like, okay.
I need a positive
I mean-
influence in my life.
Thank God for the dog because he's been a lot more positive since the dog's been
Oh,
in our life, and I'm not
whatever.
lying about that. You really have. The dog is
Dogs are
getting to his
super
heart.
healing.
getting to his
I've
heart.
actually been a little more positive since I didn't have to go to that fucking day job anymore.
Okay, well, call it that. Call it Leo,
It's the
whichever
day
you
job.
call
Trust
it.
me, I've got a lot more patience.
Let me ask you this.
It's the dog.
Is the dog still sleeping on the bed?
No,
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 there you
that
go.
was
Handled
never
that.
That's
acceptable.
why Aaron likes the dog.
I handled that. I got the dog off the bed. See what
Okay,
I mean?
I wanted the dog on the bed, and he wants to be on the bed, but Aaron won't allow.
Yeah, but you can't treat the dog like a person. I've been watching the canine,
the canine
intervention. I know what's
intervention.
going on, bro. I know what's
We'll
up.
talk offline.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I don't want to upset anybody. We'll talk offline.
But dogs need. Yeah,
How would
dogs
you
should be in the
upset
bed.
I
anybody?
am
This is
all
a real
about. I
show.
don't think it's about
Dogs
treating him
in
like
the
a
bed.
person. I will say this. I don't think it's about treating him like a person, but definitely positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. Some people don't want a dog. I mean, depending if you have a male or a female, like they're peeing, they got urine on them, they're walking in the poop, and then you want to put them in the bed.
Yeah.
There's that. There's
It's a
fleas. I
dog.
get it. However, if and when, which it sounds like it's already happening, you really fall in love with this dog, and when you've lost your first, I am telling you, Bruno, because we've lost Vita now, we lost Lily, who was our little one-eyed Lhasa who had degenerative heart failure. Like, it breaks you. And now Bruno gets anything.
No.
Because they're only there for
That's
so
fine.
long. They're literally
That's
only
fine.
there for
And
so
like
long.
I said,
But
if
I
you want to
think it
sleep with the
depends on
dog, I'll
how
sleep
close.
upstairs. I give a shit.
I want to sleep with the dog.
I think it's okay for a dog to be a dog. I don't think it needs to be, your best friend. But like for me, Bruno was I don't want us to Debbie Downer at the end here. Bruno has been there for me in some pretty dark moments. So like he literally to me is like my little human fur baby. And I know that is going to drive Aaron crazy. Does he have outfits? Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going
Wait
to
a
say.
second.
'Cause
How big is Bruno?
Stand by.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait, if
let's
she
talk
can
right now.
wait,
She's
if
gonna
she
show
can pick
us.
this fucking dog up,
Yeah.
it's not a fucking pit bull that's
Okay.
going to be trying to sleep
Okay,
in
no,
your
I don't
bed.
think it's. But here's the thing.
Just wait. Just
Yeah,
hold up.
if
She's gonna
if Sam
show us.
brings home a pair of jeans for the fucking dog and goes, so
Oh,
I'm out.
look at
Yeah, that's a little dog, bro. He's
look
not.
at him. Look at his face.
He's like, look at, I don't.
He woke up because you picked him up. He's like, "What the fuck? Where are we going?"
It's like I'm just in my little tie-dye PJ.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in my tie dye, dude. I'm on for round and reel
here's
right
the
now.
thing. Anybody who's
promise
just
I'm not
listening,
judging.
watching, Bruno is a Karen Terrier, which is Toto, Wizard of Oz dog.
Yeah, I was gonna
Rescue
say.
though. Rescue. He was super. He had no hair.
Bruno.
He had been like homeless in Burien. They found him. He still had his little nuts, and they were like, "I think it's like this old based on his little nards." And we're like, "Okay." Another family had already adopted him, so it was just a no go. And Dave
Oh,
and I
no.
fell in love with him.
Oh.
And then a month later, they said the family decided not to pick him up. Are you still interested? And
Oh,
we were
wow.
all about it.
So meant
He
to
had
be.
become an emotional therapy dog. He was there
Mm-hmm.
when I went into early labor with our son. And
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, why I say they're healing is I didn't take him through training.
Sure.
He just
Look
was
at his
there when I gave
face.
birth to Caleb. And like ever since then, if I get emotional, if I get depressed, which is often, he immediately comes to me.
Comes to you and lays his head on you, right?
That's
and tells you,
He-
it's, yeah.
Yep, they're there,
That's
or
what
they
they
or
do.
they lick you,
Yes.
or they. But mind you, Aaron, he is small. Like this
No,
is
he's a little
different.
guy. Yeah,
This-
he's a little
yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
But
He's-
Leo is a pit bull. He's
Leo's-
gonna be 40
He's a
freaking
pit bull
pounds. He's gonna
retriever,
be another,
right?
He'd be another body.
He's a pit bull golden retriever.
yeah.
So he's gonna be a 40 to 50 pound dog sleeping in a bed. No, it's too. I mean,
That's
is-
okay.
I
If Sam
take
wants
up-
to sleep with the dog, it's fine. I'll sleep on the couch. I don't
I
give
mean,
a shit.
don't get me wrong. I have
Oh
two
my
dogs that
God.
love my dogs, and but
No, here's the
Leo
other thing.
or-
Dogs can also be. They can, they can block if you know what I mean.
He's
That's what
cock-blocking
he's
me.
talking
he
about.
cock-blocks me all the time. Fuck that dog.
You know
Yeah.
what?
That's some bullshit.
Stop it.
No, it's bullshit.
But it's true.
I'm not getting
No,
cock
that's
blocked
what
by a
I'm
dog.
saying.
Every time I try to
Sometimes
hug
you
Sam,
don't-
he's right in the way, like, you get off of her, you piece of shit. That's what he's doing to me. He does it all the time. I'm like, you little fucker. He's like, no, you're a little fucker. That's what happens in our house.
He does. They
it's
do
okay
fight
for
over
them to
me
have
a
their own
little.
space.
No, I've set my mark down though. I peed on the bed, so we're good.
What?
I peed in the bed.
You did what?
I peed on the bed. I marked my spot. I don't fuck around. No,
Okay,
I did other
stop.
stuff in the
I
bed
have
too.
to
I just don't want
pee
to talk
in.
about it.
Okay, well, we just lost Sam.
gotta
Angela DiMarco, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
I did a lot more than that. I'm just saying.
Just don't get out the black light. You'll
guys,
see where it's
I saw
everywhere.
here's the full circle. The crap app. It looks like Aaron crapped in the bed.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, it's on there. I need to log in. I gotta post that one.
Pin where you poop.
A pin where you poop.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I think how we end is that dogs are healing.
They are.
Get the crap app. Surround yourself with people that make you feel seen and heard.
Yes, ma'am.
And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having
And
me. on.
and don't forget, when you're getting into a new relationship with somebody, vomit all of your baggage onto them, and if they don't run away, they're good.
One more side note. You got a lot of movies coming out. I know you do. And I saw your trailer for Mr. Bleachers this morning. That scares the shit out of me. And that's David, right?
Oh yeah, that's David.
That looks nightmarish.
It is.
I love
it's
it.
So, so the feature that we had done, which the Parish, that
Yes.
is out. People can see that now.
Yes.
The Parish, beautiful. Bill Overs Jr.'s in it, and it's really for all my horror, real horror fans. Wait for Bleachers. The Parish really is about a woman dealing with the grief, the loss of her husband, who's a
Right.
veteran. So it really is about shedding a light on PTSD, shedding a light on grief and loss, but also with supernatural elements. And Bill Overs Jr. winning.
It's great.
Sinai
It's great.
Lucis plays my daughter. She is phenomenal. If you guys don't know who she is, look her up
I
because
do.
she is everything. But Mr. Bleachers, that's a co-pro that we're doing with our friend Tim Carpenter. But again, like Mama says, if I produce it, it's got to have a little extra. Yes, it's
Yes.
horror. Yes, it's in your face. It's going to have all the stuff, all the gore, all the awesomeness. But it also touches on classism, racism,
Yeah.
and stepping into your power.
You know what it reminded me of when I first saw that trailer?
What?
The series Them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Which is super artistic and very creative,
And
by
very
the way.
fucking frightening.
Tim Carpenter is unbelievable. The team, all the cast, all the crew. This has really been such a passion project for all of us because we were so close to wrapping and the pandemic hit and we had 4 days left.
Oh my
So we have been
gosh.
sitting, and the only reason we weren't just like, let's just do it. It's 4 days that have like 35 extras. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
was like
Big
a
scenes.
no go.
Yeah.
So we are finally picking up, and so far it's been really great and safe, yay, picking up those last 4 days. But what's been awesome for Tim and Lacey, his wife, they're like us, she's our editor. They've already edited the whole movie. So it's like we're literally just going to have to drop those days in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's thought of a couple other things to add. So there's almost a blessing of these. I mean, not
Absolutely.
We get
have
it.
these
We get it.
months. Kind of like for you guys. Look,
Yeah.
look at this podcast.
Yeah.
Theme of this time.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
Yep.
so.
Say goodbyes
So
the
yeah,
same
Mr.
way.
Bleachers.
Yep.
Yeah. But and then short films, yeah, I mean, people just follow me either at Mighty Tripod or at I'm Angela DiMarco, and I'll be plugging a lot of these films that I just came off of. one that we did for dementia awareness called The Last Supper. I'm sure we do a festival circuit first. I just came off this crazy comedy horror Zombageddon.
Oh, yeah.
Hodgkinson and Jason Brooks and Raymond Powers.
Nice.
And Sebastian. And that's redonkulous, but my character is Janice, head to toe animal print, wine drinking sippy
I love
cup,
it.
and I can't wait for the action figure.
I love
Badass,
it.
Angela. That's awesome.
She was next level.
Dope,
Nice.
dope. It's an absolute pleasure having you with us today. Thank you.
Yes, it's been.
Thank you, honey. Seriously,
You guys
very
are
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, she's
You're
badass.
As are you. Thank
yes.
you.
Amazing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Don't stop.
Don't ever stop. No, just keep doing it. Tell David we said hi.
I will.
And yeah, I guess that's our show.
Yes, that's our show. You know
Thank
why? Because I'm on a bouncy ball because it helps my back. So then I get to enjoy it. So we have to cut
I
you
can't
loose.
take any
We have to let you
pictures.
go because
Do
no, she can't take pictures because I can't stop. So my pictures look like this.
Yeah, it sucks, Chuck.
They're all blurry. It's stupid.
No, we have to let you go because we have to go
Rest of
get on set and work with your buddy Kevin. So
Do it.
thank
Yeah.
you so
We
much.
have to take a screen grab. We have to take a screen grab.
Oh, I take screen grabs.
We'll got you.
Yes, I do.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, I
we got
do.
you, hon. We got you.
I
Should
get
we-
all kinds of.
Should we
screen
pose one for one time, just for that?
grabs. Let's do
wanna
it.
pose?
Let's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I? Do I just show
No.
what biceps
No,
do I need
God.
to?
Put that and put your pants back on.
No, that either. Okay, it won't take up that much. room.
Anyway,
Am I doing it?
you're
you want.
perfect
I mean,
all
if-
the time. Like we could take a
Here we
screen
go.
grab any second, and you're fine.
There it is, right here. Ready?
The rest of us are ugly.
What are we doing? We're just gonna.
Just screen grab. Just look your best. Okay. I just have to be here. So. All right, there we go. See, we got it.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Chuck, do you want to close us out, my man?
I was in the middle of doing
Okay,
it when we
close us
screen
out.
grabbed
Okay.
everything. So anyway,
Close
Angela,
us out.
thank you so much for joining us today on Around the Reel. It's a pleasure always talking to you. It's a pleasure getting to know you. And why is everybody staring at me?
I don't know. we're
Because you're
listening.
talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have your attention.
Yes.
Well, I have
For
your
once.
attention. We should talk. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Angela, for joining us today. Thank you for talking real. Thank you for sharing some of your past, some of your upcoming future, and thanks for breaking things down. Anytime we get Sam to cry on the show is a good moment, not just because we like to watch her cry, but because it gives her a chance to break open and relieve some of the things that go through her mind. And any chance I get a chance to jump up and find the tissues is always fun for me because I have no idea where I ever put them. So
They always
Angela,
get found, and I always use them.
Yes,
I'm
you
probably the only one who's used this box of tissues.
No. Oh, I used them one time when I had to wipe.
Stop.
That's fine.
Just stop.
All about the tissues.
But
It's all
it's-
about
Wait,
tissue.
wait, yeah.
yes. Angela,
Hey.
Angela, thank you. It
Thank
has been
you,
a pleasure.
guys.
We love
Have a good
you.
Saturday.
We'll talk to you
Yes.
very soon. And everybody out there, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
See you guys later.
Bye. You're beautiful inside and out. Don't change. You're
I
amazing.
won't.
Okay.
I love you. Stop it. Stop.
Thanks for tuning
Wait.
in.
Remember, everybody, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
Oh, for the love of Christ, both of you guys.
He just
Are
cut
you
me off,
serious?
though. Just cut me off.
Nobody,
man.
Yeah,
nobody
because-
needs to hear the old intro.
Okay,
or
well, I'm
outro.
going to cut you both off and say thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for tuning into Around the Reel.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
So why did they even tune in the first place?
I don't know, but they're glad they did.
Yeah. I think it's because we're trying to inspire people
We are.
and have fun with people.
People that are artists.
Creatives.
Yeah. People that are out there trying to make a living with their art.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's what we're doing.
They're
Yes.
crafty.
Yeah.
So have them tune in. And how do they get on our show, Chuck?
You can get on our show by going to our website. Please visit us at cccentertainmentgroup.com. Click on the scheduling link.
I'll send you to me.
Yeah.
Sassy Sam was going to get you all lined up on everything
I'll hook you up with a day and a time.
sometime in 2021 or 2022 because it's filling up fast. So if you want to get on this show,
Get on
I
it.
highly suggest
Get on it.
you start clicking your brains out.
Come be our guest on our show. We'd love to hear your story.
We'd love to hear it.
Make sure you come visit us on Amazon Prime and OP Prime.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
watch
Watch
The
our
Outrider.
movie. Watch our movie. The Outrider.
Yeah, you can watch Marcus
good.
Ford kick some fucking ass.
Oh,
This was a perfectly good take until you said
until
that.
you said that.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to the show. Bye-bye, guys.